Welcome back. In today's video, I thought it would be fun to give a little tank tour and feed all the different aquariums. It's been a while since I've showed you what I've have in all of the tanks, so I did grab Jesse. He's gonna help. And I think today we're going to mainly feed Northfin. What is this? Jumbo. The Oscar likes this one. And then I've been feeding this one to a lot of the tanks, and they really like it. And then some earthworms, so we'll go around, take a quick snapshot of all the tanks, and show you what's been going around. Everything's been going really good except the discus tank, but I think we'll start. You want to start up here?
Okay.
These we got the albino duo and some veil tail swordtail. I guess it's a veil swordtail duo. But they've been doing good. I think, if I remember right, there's been one fry that popped out on a water change, and I've been collecting them and putting them in a 5-gallon. I'll show you, but the phone will focus. They're so pretty. So I'm looking forward to the babies. I thought it would be kind of an interesting mix too if they bred together, but we got these at the St. Louis show, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago. But they're doing really good.
Yeah, we got these at the IFGA show.
Then we've got this one. It's a bicolored delta. We got two duos and I put them together.
I think these are one of my favorites.
Yeah, they're so pretty. Zoom in a little closer. I'm looking forward to all the fry, but I have a feeling these fry are gonna look really pretty. Might even try a guppy competition in the future. But there's a bunch of Anubis. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it doesn't look so good, but overall I think all the tanks, they look pretty good. This one is the snake skin and the pastel Brazilian guppies we got at the same show. And a bunch of Neocaridina shrimp. Mainly just some orange and reds, some cherries.
That male, look at him chasing. He's got a good pattern.
They're so pretty. And they're doing, I honestly didn't think they would do so well. I thought we were going to lose a few of them, but everything's been doing really well here lately. White clouds. If I remember right, I think that's a black worm.
Yep.
Granule food, but it's real soft, so it's real easy to make real fine. We got a bunch of the same type shrimp in here. There's a lot of little babies in there. These we probably won't feed today. We were curious if the rosy red minnows were, I still think they're a little too big, but they just take live food no matter what. I think the closest we've got them to eat was an earthworm, maybe?
Yeah, I got them to eat an earthworm.
But they're still live food only, so we'll feed them later on. I feed them every few days or so. I don't feed them every day though. But they're growing. We started with a trio and now we have a duo. If it'll focus. But this one, it's a 20 long. I don't know if we'll see it. It's in there. Oh, it's up front. It blends in on me.
I got him right up front.
It's a red-shouldered paradise fish. We had two. We had a duo, but now we just have this one. But I definitely want to, if we ever get the opportunity to get more, I'd love to get more. But the bronze crypts, they're slowly taking over, which I kind of wanted. I can zoom in a little bit. Then there's the rainbows. I wish they would breed, but they have not bred yet. But I do have them in a 20 long. I just water changed and cleaned up the tank, even though there's still a bunch of algae on the glass. But we've had them probably almost a year, maybe. We got them at one of the auctions in St. Louis at our fish club. But I think they're turquoise rainbow fish, if I remember right. A bunch of Vallisneria, bunch of algae. But overall, they eat a lot. They take more food than some of the other picky eaters around here, but I've never really kept rainbows, and they've been enjoyable to watch. And we've got our random, just everything guppy tank.
Oh, they'll all come to this.
And a bunch of babies. The moss is coming in. This is finally a tank that the moss is doing good in. Usually it doesn't do so well for me. I see other people's and it looks really good, and then I just can't, but it's looking good. There's a few shrimp in here. But these mainly came from PetSmart over the years, these guppies. We got our shy puffer. See if he'll come out. You might have to turn on that light. He's still super shy for the camera, so he might not. Oh, zoom in. There he goes, he got it! He likes those worms for sure. Our Keystone Clash tank. They go through spells. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes not so good. Today, I think it looks pretty good.
Very tiny amount to not mess it up.
Yeah. Once one starts, they'll join in.
As big as his mouth.
I like it because when you come down to the fish room, this is when you come down the steps, this is kind of the first one you see, even though it's the furthest away. It looks so pretty. This one, these have our black chin live bears, and the female is super pregnant, so I've been leaving a little bit of algae in here because sometimes the babies like it, just to kind of try. But they're all three cute, but that one male is so pretty. But they're very skittish. I had never seen them before, so when I saw them when we went out of town, I definitely wanted to try to keep them. And so far, they're doing really good. And there's the female. I'm hoping she does drop price soon. But they're fun to keep. And then here's our little baby tank. I'll feed them some flakes at the end, or if you want to grab them now. I'll go ahead and feed them some flakes. There's just a handful of fry in there. There's not too many yet, but I figured the first few that dropped from these new fry, or the first few that dropped from all these new guppies, I figured I would kind of combine and put them in one tank. See how they do. But we probably have maybe a good handful in there now. Our Mika Splendid tank. They're still hateful, but I enjoy keeping them. There's this little guy still in here too.
See if I can get Pouty up here.
Yeah, I cleaned his tank and he's still pouting. He'll come out for food though. He gets excited when you feed him, but he pouts.
I know you see it.
Mm-hmm. Beischer's hanging out there too. I don't know if you can see him. He's right there. Mm-hmm. He's just... He gets mad at me so much, but I'm just trying to make his aquarium, his house neater.
Well, come up here.
The Beischer always comes up and cleans up after he's done.
I hadn't seen him. I'd set a couple on top. A lot of times he'll come up after he
Well,
quits pouting.
He does come up quite often, but he's going to make sure we know he's mad.
You move too fast.
Beischer can eat some. Yeah, he's pouty. But I rearranged all the rocks this time, so that's probably why. And I did have this plant over there, but it's not there this morning, so. We did some rearranging.
How'd you get down here?
Sora, so you left me upstairs. These feed them a few of the Oscar pellets. These Corridoras, they like those same pellets. I've got 2 bags of these at that show, and I put some of them in here and some in another tank. So let me know down in the comments if I should combine them or keep them separate. It takes them a few little bit to know they're in there, but then they start going crazy. You can put some in the back corner. Maybe they'll get the memo. They like those things. By the time we get to the end, they'll be
Oh, they're moving now.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. They definitely like those pellets. We got some guppies. We have a platinum ones. I don't know. There it goes. Maybe it'll focus on them. They've had a few fry already, so I'm excited. I left some in the tank and then I put some in that little 5-gallon I showed you, so we'll see how they do. They look really strong and healthy. We got our angelfish and our goldfish. We're about ready. I think they're about done out of quarantine. We can move them upstairs. The plan was to put them in the 180 with the other angelfish.
Sora.
I think that goes. It looks like it's got a little mustache or a little lipstick. It's cute. Our fish watcher, Sora. That's a 75-gallon that we have them in. And this one is a 55-gallon. It's our Tetra tank.
I like this tank.
It's got all kinds of Tetra.
Oh, they'll go crazy.
They're fun to watch. I think there's a couple Diamond Tetra left. There's some Carry Tetra. There's some, I think they're just black Tetra.
Yep.
Some black stripe Tetra. It's just, I haven't got any of them really to breed, but they're they're growing. They look good. They're really fun to watch. And some of them we've had for a long time. But this is it's a 55-gallon tank with some bronze crypts and some, what is it, spiral vallisneria that I'm hoping I can
Yes,
get
that's spiral valve.
more to grow. It went through a phase that I didn't think it was going to make it at all, and now it's looking pretty good again, so hopefully I can get some of that to grow. That would be fun to have in more tanks. Then it's our 55-gallon swordtail tank. It used to have guppies in it. Now I moved the swordtail in here.
Ooh, look at the corridor moving around.
And then this is where the other batch of Corridora went. They seem to really like this tank. They're always swimming around. So we got these swordtails from a friend, and then they got it, and then they slowly recovered, and now they're doing really good again. They're looking really healthy. But it took a little bit. But we did have some of the loaches in here, and I moved all of them in here. So now this tank just has the Corridora in it. And then our discus tank, and unfortunately yesterday we did lose one of the discus. It was looking a little sick, and I really don't know what happened, but it passed away yesterday. So now we just have the 3, and I did take all that wood out because it was just annoying me. So they come out more than they ever did, but they just don't like when I pull the camera out and get it too close still. But these 3 are definitely looking really good, and they swim a large part of the day together, so I don't see a lot of aggression or nipping like they did kind of in the beginning. But unfortunately we did lose that one, but these 3 are doing well, and it'll just give me a reason for Jesse to take me back to the fish store in the future. But this one's another 75-gallon. These are 10s, 20s to almost the end, and then there's these are all 20s, if it'll focus. These are all 20s, 10, 10, and this is a 75, a 55, a 55, a 75, a 30-gallon bow front. I think this one's like a 15-gallon Fluval Flex tank. We won this at our fish club auction. A 5-gallon, a 20. I think this one's a 20 high. This one we got since I was a little bitty kid. I think it's a 30-gallon, a 55-gallon. Then this one's a 40-gallon breeder where the axolotls are. Okay, I'm ready for some lunch. We have 2 good eaters and 1 picky eater. We've had a couple hiccups with the axolotl temperature, but I think we got it now. But we had to put a little pump right there, and that solved all of our problems. Every once in a while I'll feed them some pellets, but overall I do feed them a lot of just earthworms.
That obviously was not the picky eater.
The picky eater, he'll take it, spit it out, take it, spit it out, take it. He'll eventually take it, but it takes some time sometimes. And then there's other times where it's like, oh, no big deal.
There, that worked better.
And I'll take you upstairs real quick and we'll show you our 180 that's upstairs. We'll feed that tank and we'll show you that one.
Sounds good to me.
Yep. Here's what the 180 looks like. We still have the large pleco and all of our white skirt tetra. And our severums are usually down here. They're swimming out there right now. The Vallisneria that's in this tank is looking really good compared to the ones downstairs.
Yeah, this is my tank, so you can make fun of it for not being as pretty as Carrie's tank.
This is Jesse's tank. This is the one he likes. So I let him take care of this one more so.
But they know when it's feeding time.
They do. Here's the other angelfish. I think the ones downstairs will go really well in this tank.
They know when it's feeding time. They all come up.
Thank you so much for watching and going along on this tank tour with us. I really appreciate you being here, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.